Hi, Bob Loeffler here with fearlessagentrecruiting.com, and I want to talk about the questions you should be asking yourself as a real estate company owner if you're going to be recruiting producing agents that will make you rich. Okay, so there are certain numbers that every real estate company owner should know or be tracking or at least thinking about. And before I get into all that, so I want you to just write down these questions because these are kind of what I ask people when I'm on a complimentary coaching call. So first is, are you the only owner? The more owners a real estate company has, generally, all things being equal, the more owners a real estate company has, the less productive they are. If it's two owners, 50-50 partners, husband and wife, pretty common, that's great, but once you start bringing on other people, so if you are thinking about opening a real estate company, I would try to keep the leadership team as small as possible. So who else is in leadership? Do you have multiple locations? Is there a manager in each one of those locations? Are you thinking maybe I would have other locations in the future? The secret is each location should be like McDonald's. When you go to a McDonald's, I travel all the time and sometimes it's late at night and it's the only place to eat. I know what I'm gonna get at McDonald's. It might not be the best hamburger in the world, certainly not, but it's dependable. I know what I'm gonna get and I'm not gonna be freaked out by seeing something odd. So you want, if you have multiple locations, your managers should be giving the same customer experience to the agents they recruit. So each manager should not have a different recruiting presentation that's personality based. It should be the exact same presentation. Then it's a real business. So let's take a look at how many agents you had 1 year ago and how many you have now. So if you have fewer agents than you had a year ago and the per agent production is lower, that's a recruiting problem, obviously. If you have more agents now than you had a year ago, but the per agent productivity is lower, that's a problem also. So that's a recruiting problem. Very easy to fix, by the way. So just kind of know your numbers on that. Now, are all the agents on the same split or revenue sharing program or whatever you call it? So you have to be profitable when you recruit agents. So if you're starting your company from scratch, you want to have a profitable situation. So I was talking to a company owner yesterday, and he has a lot of agents. He would like to recruit more than he is, which would be easy to do, but he's got about 100 agents, and he starts them out on a 50-50 split. Now, he's not in some tiny town in the middle of nowhere, but there's lots of competitors that are low fee, low split, that kind of thing. But he does not have a problem recruiting producing agents. So you have to be profitable. And when he recruits an agent, he's extremely profitable. So you want to be that way if you can. So the fewer number of splits, the fewer tiers that you have, the easier it's going to be to recruit. The fewer number of fees you have. So simpler is always better. So I want you to know what your average agent's split is. Write that down per transaction and the average company dollar you would get. So usually when I talk to somebody, the average company dollar or the average commission is about 2.5% of the sales price of the house, and then the split on that. So we're going to talk company dollar. So what is the total number of transactions that your whole office does for the year? And then the average transactions per month. So you divide that by 12. And then take the total transactions per month, multiply that by the dollar per transaction, company dollar per transaction, and divide it by the number of agents. So I want you to come up with this number, okay? So please write this down. There was a book called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. I don't know if you've read that, but the E stands for entrepreneurial myth. Supposedly this is the best-selling business book of all time, but he talks about how every business has one metric that if they get that one right and you don't screw every other thing up, things should work out better. So he uses an example of a liquor store. Maybe it would be gross sales per square foot monthly. In your business, when you own a real estate company, it is this metric and it is not anything else. It is the gross average monthly company dollar per agent. That's the number you want to improve and make bigger, okay? So the gross average monthly company dollar per agent. So when you call me, it would be a great idea to know that. If you call me and you don't know it, we're going to figure that out when we're on the phone together. And that's the number I'm going to teach you how to improve, and it's very easy to improve it. Now, you could fire the bottom 50% of your agents, and that would improve that number, of course. The trick, and this is the secret to owning a successful real estate company, is you drive up the gross average monthly company dollar per agent. You drive that number up while you're also driving up the agent count. When both those numbers are increasing, you are getting better and better and more profitable. That's the secret to recruiting that you have to have. You've got to make that happen. Now, in the next video, I want to talk about why all the other recruiting training programs don't work. And remember, at any time, you can call me at 480-385-8810 and find out why ours does work. But I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.